What is going on, Crypto Bulletin? Welcome to another awesome video. Today, I'm going to give you guys how to 5x. Yes, sir. How to 5x. Now, remember, depending on how much money you want to make, is how much you're going to be putting in. Once again, not financial advice, but if you have been following me on TG, if you've been following me on YouTube, and you saw my previous video, right now we're pumping, boys. We're pumping. We already doubled our money. We're already set to go, and we're going higher. Now, with that being said, fellas, let's talk about how to 5x. All right, so basically anything that you put in theoretically should 5x if everything plays right. Now I'm going to give you guys a couple of coins I mentioned before. I'm also going to give you guys some new ones, and I'm going to give you ones that have like more potential of 5xing, like maybe 10x. Now remember, these are plays that you want to get into and you want to kind of hold your bag until it gets there. And if you've been following my channel, you guys should already know these are actually pretty golden. So we're going to start off with one that I've been telling you guys about over and over and over again. But before I do that, if you're not trading with bullets, guys, you are not saving money when you're trading. On top of that, you're missing out on big opportunities, and you're also mixing out on getting some good stuff. Link is down below to my referral link. Make sure you guys join Bullix and make sure you guys start trading with that now to make money back while you're trading, which is awesome. All right, so let's get started off with the first one. Of course, my favorite one being Michi. Everybody be sleeping on Michi, guys. If you saw my first video I ever made on Michi, I gave it to you guys when it was at 48 mil. That was like bottom. It ran up all the way to 150 mil. It went back to 60 mil. It ran up to 200 mil. Now it's sitting at 154. And yes, I am calling it at 154. And you're probably wondering why. You're crazy. That is extremely high. Now, theoretically speaking, I would love for you guys to get around this area right here. I would love for you guys to get into the 130 range. Even 120 range would be like ideally in a nice entry. You know, 100M would be awesome, because I am telling you guys right now, this is already primed to minimum. Okay, I'm talking about minimum. This is like, you know, if everything goes bad, right? Minimum hit 500 mil. Okay, so the upside of this one is we're looking at least for it to hit 1 bill. The thing is, how long is it going to take to hit 1 bill? I don't think it's going to be taking that long, but I do think it will do very well. Now, I'm heavily invested in Michi. Once again, when I signed at 48 mil, I was like, bro, I got to jump in. I called it on my YouTube channel, and I hope you guys were able to get in. Even though you still want to get into like in the 150 range, once it hits 1 bill, I mean, you guys are already pretty well in there, right? So just letting you guys know, Michi is definitely one that I have a very high conviction on. And if you notice, a lot of the coins are pumping, right? And today we're going to go over these coins, so make sure you guys are good to go on that one. All right, so the next one that we're going to be talking about, which is another one that I am also heavily invested in, as you guys see my P&L, is Wolf. I've been telling you guys about Wolf for the longest. I called Wolf at 10 mil, called it at 20 mil, called it at 50 mil, called it at 70 mil. It's ran up all the way to 200 mil. Right now, it's sitting at 133 mil. It dropped all the way to 70 mil. I called it back then as well, and now it's sitting at 133 mil. Ideally, this one has a lot of volatility. So when you're looking at this one, I would look to get somewhere like around 100. 100 would be ideally. 80 would be ideally. I don't see this dropping below 100 anytime soon. It might drop like in the 90s, 80 range. That's maybe when I will try to get in. I do see this one breaking all-time high very soon. You know, it could be this week, it could be the next week. So I do see something like around this month where it could break the all-time high. So even if you were to get in right now, you could literally see potential a 5x. If you get anything below 100 to 100 mil, that's what you were looking here for Wolf. Now, eventually I do see Wolf pumping all the way to 1 bill. Very highly, the team been pushing really hard. They haven't faded it. You know, they're working a lot of new projects, so very committed to the Wolf gang. So how let's get it. All right, so the next one we're gonna be talking about, guys, this is a very low market cap one. This one is called DJCAT. Now, DJCAT is a very well known coin, and it died off really fast in the sense of it didn't stay up in the millions for a very long time, but it did run up really high when it first launched. Now, it did go down a little bit, down to like, you know, like 500K. I started accumulating a little bit on DJ at 500K. Right now, it's sitting at 4 mil. As you guys see, we've gotten this huge S spike when it comes to the price discovery here. And I do see DJCAT making some really good, massive gains coming soon. As far as potential, where I see this going, you know, like worst case scenario, I see this hitting like maybe 10 mil. But I think this actually runs a lot higher. Right now, pretty decent entry. Of course, anything, you know, if you're able to get in 2 mil, that would be perfect. I just don't see it dropping to 2 mil, like bottom 2 mil, maybe 2.5, maybe like 2.8. But right now, DJCAT was looking pretty solid, and I think this is actually kind of right now proportional to hit 10 mil at least. So decent entry right here, maybe like a, you know, 3x 4x if it surpasses the expectations here. But I do see it 10 mil 20 mil plus here, so really good one to keep an eye on. The next one we're going to be talking about is Selfie Dog. Now this one, guys, I kind of feel bad because I was literally making a video when this was sitting at like right here, guys, like at this part right here at the 19 mil. So as you see, guys, I literally bought down here. I bought that at 9 mil, and I was actually making a video around this time when this was actually happening. So I bought, you know, I took a little bit of my initials. I bought again, and, you know, I sold a little bit more. And now, if you guys notice, when this was at 9 and 8 mil, when we went here, right now it's sitting at 51 mil. So this looks like it's getting primed to hit 100 mil. So still theoretically, you should do pretty solid here. I wish I would have made this video when the time I started recording this, but I had to re-record it. So Selfie Dog looks like it's in a very, very good track. I do see this one getting into very high ranges, like over 100 mil. So the entry's still not bad. It just depends how much money you're putting into these plays. Usually for these particular plays, you kind of want to go a little bit bigger than normal, than like 1 sol, then 2. You know, you want to kind of go with a big chunk because even if you 2x, right, you're still getting a big return for that chunk, right? So that's kind of like the play when it comes to these. These are a little bit, I hate using the word safe, but a little bit more reliable because there is a team behind it that's actually working to push your bags as opposed to you having to push your bags in general. Now, with that being said, guys, a lot of people have been asking me, where do you make these calls? Because it's a lot harder for me to put these out in YouTube videos, some calls, because they're just happening as they're going. If you follow me on X, which is right here, my X account, you will be able to get notified on plays that I get into. There is a link also to my TG if you guys want to join my TG as well. And a lot of you guys have been asking me, Bo, when are you ever going to, you know, do like private coaching? Because a lot of you guys have been asking for private coaching. We are planning on doing that due to the amount of people that have been asking. If you're interested, just put in the, you know, comment section about interested. This is going to be a paid service. It's not going to be, I don't want to use the word cheap, but it's going to be actually pretty high because it's going to, you know, I'm going to take an hour every month to have a personal session with you guys. So if that's something you guys definitely would be interested in, let me know and we could set something up. So we're working on that as well. But I do want to let you guys know it's going to be a little bit high as far as the price, but theoretically you'll probably make that back in less than a month. So just keep that in mind and let me know if you guys are interested to get into these places. You guys see here, if you would have been in that, you know, in that call, I would have told you about this at 8, and look where it's at. It's at 51. Okay, so like just think, like, just process that, right? All right. So moving on, next here is we have Sharkcat. Now, Sharkcat is very interesting here because I've been in Sharkcat for a while. I actually got into Sharkcat kind of like right here, this area point right here on my on a different wallet. So I bought this at 25. Right now it ran up all the way to 35. I'm expecting Sharkcat to hit, like, you know, definitely hit like the 50, 60, 80s, 100s. So definitely Sharkcat is another one that it's a very good one here. Entry right now, it's at 32. It's been consolidating here. I don't think it drops to like below anything from 28. So I'm looking to get into, if you're planning to buy this, somewhere like around in the 30 range, 28 range right there. And this looks like it's primed to hit 100 plus. So Sharkcat is another really good one. These coins have a little bit more foundation due to the fact that there is a team trying to push these and trying to get these over the board. Okay, so the next one we have, guys, and this is one that I am highly have a very high conviction on, is Nub. Yes, guys, Nub. So for Nub here, I actually got Nub very early too, guys. I got it below 20 mil. Right now it's sitting at 35 mil. But I think Nub definitely is destined to hit 1 bill. Nub is definitely one coin that I have seen this community I have seen the people that are running it, they are working hard to push Nub. Right now, 34 mil, it's actually a pretty decent entry. You know, preferably this dips a little bit like in the 20 range. I would want to get in here, but Nub is definitely one that you really, really want to get into as quickly as you possibly can, due to the fact that this has a very, very high potential. See right now that I'm talking, someone just dropped 20 soul. Okay, so you're noticing, you know what? Since we're doing it right now, I'm just gonna drop one. I'm gonna buy one soul since we're here. We might as well, you know, we might as well get into it. Now I have Nub on my other wallet, but we're buying in here right now. This is basically where you would be buying in, just to let you guys know how convicted I'm a Nub of hitting, you know, like 500 one build. Definitely destined right here. So Nub is definitely another one. The last one I want to talk to you about is a little bit more of a riskier play, and as you guys hear, I've been accumulating this one. I actually bought this on my other wallet too here at 135, but this one right here is Chibi. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Chibi, Chibi is a very OG coin when it comes to the coins, especially cat coins. Right now, you're looking at this and you're saying 259. You know, there's people selling it. I mean, I don't see any movement. We're gonna take a look at this one. We're gonna come back and we're gonna look at it, and I'm gonna show you guys. All right, I'm gonna show you guys. This is the alpha before the alpha that you guys are noticing here. Right now, Chibi is sitting at 250. All right, we're gonna come back. I'm gonna make an updated video on all the calls I've made, and you guys are gonna be like, crap. All right, so you definitely want to make sure you're constantly paying attention to, because the calls I actually made, for example, the call I made for the video for the Bitcoin conference, I highly recommend you go watch that video, come back and look at the coins and how they're performing, and you're gonna be like, man, I need to listen to this man. Right? So once again, guys, these are the coins that are gonna have a potential to 5x plus. Okay, so you guys got to make sure you guys pay attention to, and you kind of want to go a little bit big when it comes to this. Once again, not financial advice. You're able to do whatever you want with your money, but you want to go with a bigger portion just to make a little bit more. And trust me, guys, we're going to come back maybe in a month or 2 months. We're going to take a look at these coins. We're going to watch this video and we're going to see where these are at. And you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised. It might be less than a month. All right. So make sure you guys keep it locked on this channel. If you're interested on private sessions, also let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching, and happy printing.